at this point, nada. We're looking at pretty dry conditions, but things are about to change as we head to the overnight morning hours. Nice and dry still at the Santa Monica Pier, dealing with a little bit of cloud cover, and we are bracing for the rain. So we're going to time that out for you coming up. Do want to show you radar right here. Not seeing anything in the way of rain yet. Yet being the key word because we are expecting it into the overnight hours. As we zoom out a little bit, you're going to see rain to our north, rain to our east. We did see some thunderstorms up in the Bay Area, and that's going to translate into our forecast eventually as we head into the overnight morning hours in particular. Also the afternoon, possibly spanning into the evening hours tomorrow. We're going to time that all out on Futurecast for you in just a little bit, but you will see temperatures out there pretty comfortable tonight. 65 degrees. That's for downtown. Riverside 64, Lancaster 58, and Oxnard currently at 63 degrees. So rain is on the way, as you may already know. We're expecting 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch in terms of rainfall totals. There's a chance of thunderstorms as well, and on top of that, chance of snow. If we do see it, could see it around 7,000 feet or above. I will tell you they could potentially drop down to 6,500 feet overnight Thursday into Friday, but until then, we're talking 1 to 3 inches of snow and just up to maybe 1/2 an inch, possibly more in the mountains of rain. Back to you.
All right, Evelyn, thanks. Even a man or a woman?
Close to Halloween. Could be a costume. Could be the real thing. Who knows?
I doubt it, though. I don't know. I don't want to believe it. So
it's a costume.
Hopefully it's a costume.
Yeah. Anyway, we are preparing for the rain that's coming our way very soon.
Yes.
How much rain are we going to get?
We're talking 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 an inch of rain.
So not a big deal.
So
really.
not a huge
Just
deal.
enough to dirty the cars and
Exactly. But you know what?
It's the
get the schmutz out there. But it's the first fall storm of the season. It's pretty exciting.
Can you really call it a storm?
Well, it's a small storm, but compared to what we've seen, yeah, it's significant. Of course, it's not going to be nearly as significant as what we're expecting a little later on in the game. So let's take you outside. We're going to run you through looking at pretty dry conditions as well. Again, we are expecting some changes pretty soon here, so we're going to time that out in a minute. As we zoom out a little bit, you're going to see some rain sitting offshore, rain to our north, rain to our east, and eventually we will potentially see rain right here at home. Temperatures right now in the 60s and the 50s, 58 in Lancaster, Oxnard at 63, Ontario 65 degrees. You'll see rain totals, as we just mentioned, about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch expected. A chance of thunderstorms and a chance of snow around 7,000 feet or above, even though we could see a dusting around 6,500 feet, and we are expecting totals between 1 and 3 inches. So a chance of rain and thunderstorms tonight. You're going to see a westerly wind coming at about 15 miles an hour in the morning hours. Still eyeing a chance of thunderstorms and rain as well. Best chance going to be after midnight, and by tomorrow afternoon, still in for that chance of rain and thunderstorms with upper 60s in the forecast and a southwesterly wind coming in at about 15 miles an hour. A quick look at Futurecast for you this evening. Want to time out the storm for you, and as we do, we're going to show you that we are expecting that rain around the morning commute. Doesn't look like we're going to get that for you right now, but we will have Futurecast coming up momentarily, and we will have that extended forecast. I will tell you, you can expect a wet morning commute, and it still looks like we will be continuing to see that rain throughout the day. We'll have that coming up, and of course, we're going to tell you when it's going to dry and when it's going to warm up, all in just a little bit. Back to you. Oh, well, you'll see coming up in just a minute. There is a storm brewing out there, and we're still bracing for it. Doesn't look like we're going to see much materialize until after midnight at this point. We're taking you outside right now, and as we do, we're getting a look at the Santa Monica Pier this evening. A little cool out there, a little cloudy as well, and still dry, yes, but we are expecting that to change. Radar showing you dry conditions at the moment, but as we zoom out a little bit, you'll see a few cells sitting offshore and a lot of rain sitting to our north and to our east. We did see some thunderstorms earlier today over the Bay Area, and that could translate into our forecast pretty soon here. Taking you through Futurecast, we're stopping off around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, right around that morning commute. We're expecting a decent amount of rain, especially at the coast. That's where we're expecting to see the brunt of it. Also expecting to see a little more over the mountains. Through the 5 right there in the Grapevine by noon, looks like we're dealing with that rain. And things are a little calmer by the 3 o'clock hour, but we're still in for spotty showers through 6 o'clock. And remember, we do have that possibility of thunderstorms in the forecast as well. Additionally, there is a chance of snow in the mountains, and with that, we could potentially see 1 to 3 inches of snow around 7,000 feet with maybe a dusting around 6,500 feet. Stopping the clock at 6 a.m. on Friday. Maybe a few leftovers along the coast right there, but we should be drier by our Friday afternoon and warmer by our weekend. We're going to have that weekend forecast coming up in a little bit, so don't go away. Rick and Sharon, back to you. Closer and closer, so it is around the corner, and we're going to time it out for you in just a minute. We're taking you outside right now to our Malibu camera. From Saddle Peak, we're overlooking the Santa Monica Bay. We're dealing with a little bit of cloud cover out there as we speak, and we're expecting a whole lot more as we head into the next few days. We're zooming out on radar because we're not seeing a whole lot here at home, but we are dealing with showers and thunderstorms to our north, to our east, and to our west as well. So soon enough, we are expecting to see some of that rain. I want to take you through what happened earlier today. We got up to 75 degrees. That was for downtown. Average is 79. So we were a few degrees below average. And by tomorrow, we could expect to see temperatures a good 18 to 20 plus degrees below average for this time of year. So temperatures taking a major spill. You're going to see over the next 24 hours, we are expecting a chance of rain and thunderstorms through the overnight, morning and afternoon hours. Best chance after midnight. And as we head into tomorrow and into your Friday, we could see some leftover showers by then. Futurecast will tell you all of that. By 8 o'clock in the morning, right around your morning commute, we're expecting to see a few showers. By noontime or so, still looking at some spotty showers in the forecast. And by 3 o'clock, it's looking drier, even though we are seeing rain up on the central coast and out there in the mountains and the deserts as well. By 6 o'clock in the evening, we could get a few thunderstorms in the higher elevations, and we could see a few showers for the metro area as well. And by 11 o'clock, it's looking much drier, but we don't seem to be in the clear even by Friday morning. Take a look. By 7 a.m., we're still looking at a few cells sitting offshore that could still affect our forecast as well. By 10 o'clock, a little drier for us, and as we head into the afternoon hours on Friday and the evening hours, we should be done with the rain. You'll see by 12 o'clock Friday afternoon, nice and dry. It will be a little warmer as high pressure continues to build into Southern California, and with that, we will continue to see a warmer forecast. Taking you through the basin in Orange County, rain and thunderstorms tomorrow, mostly cloudy by Friday, clearing out and warming up big time as we head into the weekend with just a few clouds but warm temperatures by your Monday. For the coast, mid 60s, and as we head into your Saturday, we're expecting 70s and then upper 70s by your Sunday. For the deserts, we're expecting 70s, eventually turning to the 80s, getting close to the 90s by Monday. A huge difference in temperatures compared to where we are right now. For tomorrow, we are expecting rain and thunderstorms for the deserts, for the valleys and the Inland Empire, upper 60s, turning to 70s, eventually turning to 80s and 90s with plenty of sunshine by the weekend. And finally, we're taking you up to the mountains where we are expecting potential snow around 7,000 feet, 1 to 3 inches there with maybe a dusting around 6,500 feet. And as we head into Friday and your weekend, temperatures are going to start to come up a little bit and things are going to clear out by Monday. We're at 71. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
Nice.
I don't know if you need a shovel for 1 to 3 inches of snow, but we could pretend here in Southern California. Eventually we will. It's not out of the question later in the season. Right now, not the case. It's still dry out there. We're bracing for the rain. Radar showing you mostly clear conditions. There is rain sitting to our north, to our east, and offshore as well. Let's get a closer look at that, and you'll see right here, rain still sitting over the Bay Area. That's eventually going to slide into our forecast into the overnight hours and into tomorrow as well. Temperatures right now in the 50s and the 60s, 67 in Irvine, 58 in Lancaster. And again, we are bracing for that rain, about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. Chance of thunderstorms as well. And we're expecting snow levels to drop to about 7,000 feet, maybe a dusting around 6,500 feet, but generally 1 to 3 inches. So don't take that shovel out quite yet. We're going to time out the rest of the storm coming up in a bit. Back to you guys. And we're bracing for the chance of rain, thunderstorms, and snow in the forecast. We'll have that full forecast coming up. Shovels. I love that. No shovels. Don't worry about that. You might not need an umbrella. Maybe a little bit of a hood would work. But an umbrella is always a good thing. Shovel, not so much. Don't need it. But we could see some snow in the forecast. A couple of inches expected after midnight. That's when the fun starts to begin. All right, well, we're going to time it out for you in a minute, but first we're taking you outside to downtown, and as we do, you're going to see the clouds moving in, still dry, but not for long. We're expecting rain in the forecast in a matter of a few hours here. Just a few spots sitting offshore, still dry here at home, but as we zoom out, we're looking at the brunt of the rain sitting to our north over the Bay Area, to our east and offshore as well. In a matter of a few hours, things could really start to pick up. In the morning hours, we could potentially see rain and thunderstorms in the forecast, and by the afternoon hours, that is still the case. So let's go ahead with Futurecast, and we'll show you what to expect. By 10 in the morning, you're going to see maybe just a few drops of rain to our south and offshore. Nothing too widespread, but we could see more of it around our morning commute, so we're bracing for that. By 2 o'clock, spotty showers. So again, it's pretty spotty. We're not going to see a lot of downpours, but we could see a few. We're expecting potential thunderstorms, and with that, could see a downpour and could even see hail. Very gusty conditions along with that. By 5 o'clock in the evening, looks like the brunt of the rain is going to head over the mountains and the high desert as well. And by 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, starting to clear out, starting to dry out as we head into your Friday, into the overnight hours. We're still eyeing maybe a chance of a few showers along the coast first thing Friday morning. And by 8 o'clock or so, looks like the Orange County coastline still in for a chance of rain. By 12 o'clock in the afternoon, nice and dry and keeping things that way as we head toward the weekend. And speaking of the weekend, let's get a look at that 5-day forecast. You're going to see much drier, much warmer conditions. Pretty amazing what we have in store. We're about 20 degrees warmer compared to where we are right now, even more than that in some spots. We're going to be a good 20 degrees below average over the next few days, actually. For the mountains, you're going to see 40s in the forecast, 7,000 feet. That's going to be your snow level, 1 to 3 inches expected there. For the valleys in the Inland Empire, showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, warming up by Saturday, and we're going from the 60s to the 90s as we head towards Sunday and Monday. For the basin in Orange County, upper 60s turning to 70s, eventually turning to the 80s, but pretty much everybody in for a chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow. You'll see that for the coast as well. Mostly cloudy, and by the weekend, 70s and plenty of sunshine. And getting a look at one more 5-day forecast for you for the deserts. Rain and thunderstorms turning to mostly cloudy and dry conditions by Friday, and much warmer and certainly much drier by the weekend. Rick and Sharon, back to you.